Hey, what is up guys, it's Cam Bam here. Today we're going to be returning to our OneRepublic album ranking series. Today we're going to be ranking the album Artificial Paradise. Now I know I'm a little late to the party on this album. I have listened to it the first day it came out and I just didn't ever make a ranking video on it until today. But yeah, we're going to be getting back into it today, and without further ado, let's get into the ranking. Alright, like I said in the intro, I was really late to making this video, but I have listened to this album when it first released. I have made a few little here and there mentions of this album. I think it was in the 2024, all the albums that I had listened to. I gave this album a pretty low rating. This is because this is still my least favorite album of OneRepublic's to date. It's just not as good as their other ones, but I still, at the same time, I have warmed up to this album as the year went by. This has been a year-old album now, and I've really warmed up to it since its release. So, and since I made that album review video. But yeah, let's listen to Artificial Paradise, and then we'll rank it afterwards. Alright, so when I first heard this song, when this album released, I actually thought this would be a way better album just because this song has a very, very good start to this album. It's a very, very good intro. I really do enjoy this one. This one is just a very beautiful song. It's a very good introduction, like I said. I just like the instrumental too. The instrumental is really, really beautiful. There are a lot of things wrong about this album, but this one's not one of them. This one's going to go into S. This is like a really, really good song compared to a lot of the other stuff on this album. Like I said, this was a very good introduction to this album. It had a very good instrumental. I love Ryan Tedder's singing. Yeah, this one's definitely going to be an S tier. Alright, now we're on to Hurt. Let's listen to it and then we'll rank it afterwards. Alright, so that song's not bad at all. I just feel like it's a little bit too much pop for me to put it into S. I do enjoy this song somewhat. I just feel like I said, it's too much pop, and it kind of has a country aspect to it, like a tiny bit of country to it. I don't know. And even in the little top here, it's like a country related video. I think I've never even seen the Hurt music video, but I'm thinking that's what it is. It's like cowboys and all that, so I'm kind of not liking that either. Just the aspect of country into it, because I can't stand country music. Even though this isn't full-on country at all, it just has that little bitty aspect of country and pop to it. Pop more than country, but I just wish there was more rock. I wish it was more their old style, like I've said with their last album too. I just feel like they're going into the wrong direction. But yeah, this one's gonna probably go to A. I just don't think it's near S tier. I think it's still an A. It's still a good song. It's catchy and all that, but I just feel like it's too much pop for me to put into S. Alright, Sink or Swim. Let's listen to this one and then we'll rank it afterwards. Alright, that song was actually pretty good. I'm going to put this one, I think, into S. I think I'm going to put it behind Artificial Paradise, though. It does have a little bit more pop into it, like I said, with our Hurt. But this one was more tolerable than Hurt. I felt like it was a little bit more classic OneRepublic than it was with Hurt. Even though it's not classic OneRepublic at all, it has a lot of pop in it. But it had the aspect of OneRepublic more than Hurt did. I just like this one. I like the instrumental a lot. I think the instrumental is pretty cool. And the ending was probably my favorite part, where they combine everything together. And usually songs, when they do that, I don't care for it. But this one was actually pretty good. They did it well. They did it in a good way. So I think I'm going to put this one behind Artificial Paradise, but in S tier. Alright, let's listen to Last Holiday all the way, and then we'll rank it afterwards. Alright, I didn't know what to think about that song. There are some bits and pieces that I enjoyed, but the chorus and a lot of other parts in the song were just bland. I don't know. I like the instrumental though. I like the instrumental, and I felt like they could have used it a lot better, but they didn't. So this one's probably, I don't know. This one just was it just was boring and bland to me. I feel like this one's gonna go into B. I think this one's gonna go B. It's not bad by any means. It's just boring and bland. I don't know. I didn't care for that one that much. Alright, now we're on to I Ain't Worried. This one's a huge song, and I'm gonna start listening to the songs that I do know and have on my playlist halfway, so that this video isn't super long with all these reactions to the songs. Yeah, we're listening to this one halfway, and then we'll rank it afterwards. Alright, that song is a really amazing song. That song is like one of the highlights of this album. Even though it's like a single before this album even came out, it still is a really, really good song. It's still one of the better ones on this album. I think this was gonna before Artificial Paradise just because of how big of a song, and it's a really, really catchy song. Only thing about it that I don't care for that much is the length of the song, and a lot of songs on this album there are like this now, where they're just too short. They don't go on and on. And I feel like OneRepublic's suffering from that a lot right now. A lot of other bands as well, where they don't make very long songs anymore. It kind of sucks because I kind of like the longer length of songs. But anyways, it doesn't take away that much. I think the one's still going to go into S. It's definitely probably the best one we've heard so far. Alright, Red Light, Green Light we have up next, and we're going to listen to this one halfway as well. Alright, this is once again another one that's a very short song, but I really do truly enjoy this song. At first I thought this was a bland song, but after listening to it a couple more times, I actually do enjoy this song quite a bit now. I really do enjoy how catchy this song is and how the instrumental plays out with the vocals. This one's actually a really, really good song. I think this one's also going to go into S. It's not too pop for me, so I think this one's going to go right here in front of Sink or Swim. It's just recently I started getting into Sink or Swim. Red Light, Green Light, I got into that a long time ago, and I actually have warmed up to that song a lot more. So this one's definitely going to go right here. Alright, Serotonin. Let's listen to this one all the way, and then we'll rank it afterwards. Alright, that song was not it for me. It was just too bland, and it was kind of like Last Holiday, but this one was way worse because even the instrumental was bland. At least Last Holiday had a pretty good instrumental. This one was just boring and bland. I was literally just not even focused on the song at all because of how boring and bland it was. This one's probably gonna go to C. No, actually, I'm putting this one D. This one doesn't deserve... It's not necessarily trash, but it's definitely not a C tier. It's just too bland to be anything above that. I just don't care for that song at all. That was not a very good song. Alright, next up we have Singapore. Now, if I'm correct, I think this one's just an instrumental, so we're going to listen to this one all the way as well, and then rank it afterwards. Alright, now that's a really beautiful instrumental, and it feels like it's like if Waking Up's instrumentals and Native's instrumentals had a baby. Like, this is actually like perfectly represents both of those albums in instrumental terms. It's just a very beautiful instrumental. It's like, it really is. This is one of the good instrumentals on this album. They have a few songs on this album that are just plain instrumentals without any lyrics whatsoever, and this is one of the really good ones. So in terms of that, I think this one's also going to go right here above Sink or Swim. It's just a very beautiful instrumental. The instrumental brings back old OneRepublic vibes, and it's just very good. Alright, Room for You. Let's listen to this one halfway, then we'll rank it afterwards. Alright, and I just listened to that song, and that's a really good song. And as I was listening to it, I was thinking, I don't think Sink or Swim should be S tier after all. I think this one's going to go top of A for now. I don't think it's deserving of S tier song. I was starting to think back into it. I don't think I did that right. I think this is going to be at top of A. But in terms of Room for You, this is going to be an S. This is a really good song, and I think it's going to go into the back of S for now. It's a really good instrumental. That's what really carries the song along, and it's a very catchy one as well. A lot of the songs on this album are just plain catchy, but some of them just don't work as really actual good songs, you know. So this one's probably going to go back of S. This is one of the ones that don't go like that. It's a good song, and it's very catchy as well, but I don't think it's as good as these four right here at the same time. Alright, Stargazing. Let's listen to this one all the way, then we'll rank it afterwards. Alright, that song wasn't that bad. It was just kind of bland, like I've said with Last Holiday and Serotonin. This one was just more mid than anything else. It was kind of like Last Holiday more than Serotonin. Serotonin was too bland for me. This one wasn't bad by any means. It just was too bland. It was bland. It wasn't too bland, but it was bland, and it knocked it down a couple points. So this one's going to also go B. I think this one is better than Last Holiday, though. It's more melodic than Last Holiday, I felt, and that's what puts it up a little higher. Alright, Entracte. I don't know if I said that right. Entracte, I think it's called. I don't know how to pronounce that, but we're going to listen to this one all the way. I think this one is an instrumental as well, so we'll listen to this one all the way, and then we'll rank it afterwards. Alright, this was a really good introduction to our next song, which is West Coast. I think this one's actually going to go into A because it's a very, very good introduction to the next song. I think it's going to go behind these two only because it's just plain instrumental. It's known as an introduction, so I can't really put it higher than an actual like individual song. But I think it's still a really, really good instrumental. I think it is better than these three at least. But yeah, it's a good instrumental for the introduction to the West Coast. And without further ado, let's get into West Coast. We'll listen to this one halfway, then rank it afterwards. Alright, this song is a really, really good song. This is one of the singles as well that they came out with before releasing this album. A couple years before, and I think this one's actually going to go above I Ain't Worried because this is a really, really beautiful song. I really do enjoy this song. I think I listened to this one after I listened to I Ain't Worried. I had listened to I Ain't Worried before I even heard of West Coast, but I still think West Coast is better. I think it's actually like a longer song and it's a more efficient song than I Ain't Worried, so I think this one's actually going to go up above I Ain't Worried. In terms of these two singles, they are both very good songs though, so yeah, this one's just a little better. Alright, Runaway, this is another single that we had before the album release. Let's listen to this one all the way and then we'll rank it afterwards. Alright, so that song wasn't bad by any means, it just had one good part in it and it's very catchy, but the only part that's catchy and the only part that's actually good in this song is the chorus. Other than that, I didn't care for any other parts in this song. They just were too much pop. So I think that's going to knock it down quite a bit. I think this one is going to be probably B tier, but at the top of B tier. Yeah, I think it's going to be the top of B tier. It's probably going to stay there just because I thought it was way too much pop. And even the chorus was kind of poppy too. But I mean, I still like the chorus. It was catchy at least. So I'm just going to leave it there at B. I think that's going to be top of B, and it's probably going to stay there as well. All right, Sunshine. Let's listen to this one all the way as well, and then we'll rank it afterwards. All right, this song really disappoints me because I actually did enjoy it up until the part where he starts like rapping super fast. That part I just don't care for. It's not OneRepublic to me. It's not they're not a rap group. They're just a rock group. Why are they trying to rap in this song? And Ryan Tedder, as talented as he is, he's not very good at it either. I didn't care for that part individually, and it kind of ruined the song for me all the way. So I'm just gonna put this one into B. It's not like every other part in the song is actually not bad. The chorus is very catchy. I like the chorus a lot. I'm gonna put it right behind Runaway. It's like Runaway where a lot of the parts ruin it for me, and the chorus is like the really only good part for the song. The only thing about this song that's different is that the rapping part at the end is what truly ruins the song for me. That part just does not go well with me. But yeah, that's just for me. I'm gonna put this one in the like right behind Runaway. All right, Mirage. Let's listen to this one halfway, and then we'll rank it afterwards. All right, that song is very, very different in terms of OneRepublic standards, but it's actually really, really a good song. I do enjoy this song quite a bit. The instrumental is really, really cool. And I know this is from Assassin's Creed Mirage, and it actually really, truly does interpret that kind of theme from that game. And it's really actually a really good song. The beat's really good. This one's probably going to go into like back of, I think it's not S tier, but I think it's still a very good song. I think this one's going to go like top of, I think this one's going to go right here in between Sink or Swim and Hurt. No, actually, you know what? I'm going to put this in front of Sink or Swim. I think that's, what in the world? I think it's going to go in front of Sink or Swim because I think this is actually like an experimental song, but it actually worked really well. Like I think it's also better than these three right here. I just think it's like, it's a decent song. It's a really good song. I just don't think it's S tier, but it's still not a bad song at all. All right, Nobody. Let's listen to this one all the way, and then we'll rank it afterwards. All right, that's not necessarily a bad song, but it's very mid. I just don't care for the nobody. I just feel like that's kind of annoying when he says that like that. I don't know. I just don't care for the song that much. I think this is going to go B as well. Like I said, it's a very mid song. I think it's going to go behind. No, actually, I'm going to put it right above Sunshine. I think it's better than Sunshine only because it doesn't have that rap like Sunshine does. And it doesn't have any parts in it that necessarily offend me that much. It just doesn't, except for that nobody. That part is very annoying, but it doesn't offend me too much like Sunshine did with his rapping part. So I'm going to put that above Sunshine. All right, now we're on to I Don't Want to Wait. Let's listen to this one all the way as well, and then we'll rank it afterwards. All right, I just don't know what to think about that song. I think it's like, it's catchy, but at the same time, there's just so much pop in that song. I don't know what to think about it. I didn't hate it, but at the same time, I didn't truly enjoy it. I think I'm gonna put this one above Last Holiday. Yeah, I think this one's a good, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's very mid. I think I'm gonna put it right there. I think it's better than Last Holiday though. I think it's not as good as Stargazing, but it's just a mid song. I don't know. I really didn't care for the electronic beat that it came with either. I'm not a huge fan of dubstep music, so that was not my cup of tea, but that still doesn't take that much away from it. OneRepublic carried the song for sure. At the same time, I didn't care for that dubstep beat, and I didn't care for all the pop that was inputted in that song. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Fire, and this one's going to be halfway, and we'll rank it afterwards. Okay, despite this one being also a dubstep beat, kind of, it doesn't throw it in your face as much as, what was it? I Don't Want to Wait does. I actually truly do enjoy this song. I think this is a S tier song. I think it's actually really good because of OneRepublic's pure vocals, and when he says, "We're on fire tonight," that part just is so beautiful. So I'm going to put this one in, I think I'm going to put this one right here above Singapore. No, you know what? I'm going to put it right here in front of Remember You. I think Singapore, like I said, that one was a lot more classic OneRepublic. And despite it just being instrumental, I think it is a tiny bit better than Fire. But Fire, don't get me wrong on Fire. That's a really, really good song. Definitely an S tier song. But anyways, guys, this list looks pretty good to me. I think this is where we're going to end the video off today. Overall, this album's not terrible now in my standards, but it's still my least favorite album from OneRepublic. I think it could have been a lot better than it truly ended up being. I felt like they just didn't take their time with this album, despite them having 3 years to make this album. I feel like they didn't use their time wisely. I feel like a lot of the songs on this album consisted of singles that came out way before the album's release, and that's really what made me lose a little bit of respect for this album at the start. I just didn't care for that. I wish they had more new stuff coming out. But yeah, I didn't. This is still my least favorite album, but like I said, I have warmed up to it more and more as the years went by. Anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.